celebrate the accomplishments of our middle school students. Thank you so much for joining us and for celebrating with us today. To kick off our awards ceremony, Rich Dembowski and some of our music students have a special presentation for us.
Trouble, and you need some love and care. Nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think, and soon I'll be there to brighten the evening darkest night. You just call my name, and you know I'll come running. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Got a friend. Sky above you was dark and full of clouds. Still flow. Keep your hands together and come out loud. Soon you hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Yeah. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Ain't it good to know that you could be so good? You and take your soul if you let them. Don't you let them. You just call and you know whatever day. Yeah. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is fall. And I'll be yes, I
Amazing. Let's give them one more round. Before we begin presenting the Students' Awards, there are some people here who deserve some special thanks. First, I'd like to thank you, the parents of these amazing students. Thank you for all of the support, the encouragement, and the help that you offer to us throughout the year. We truly consider it an honor to work with each child, and we thank you for trusting us to do that work. Second, I'd like to thank the Frostig staff. You are simply amazing. The daily effort and energy that you eagerly pour out for your students is beyond admirable. I know that for you, this is not just a job, it's a calling. It's something that you feel called to do, and your dedication, commitment, and determination inspires me each and every day. Thank you for all that you do to support our middle school students. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone here for your time and for your enthusiasm. It's truly an honor to be here with you and to celebrate the incredible successes of our middle school students. So let's get started. The first class to present their awards this morning will be Catherine and Mary's class. Come on up.
Before I get started, I want to issue a heartfelt thank you to my parents. Thank you for your understanding, concern, compassion, and kind words throughout a very trying year. I'd also like to thank my students. I would not have survived this year if it were not for them. They banded together as a family. They've taken care of each other and taken care of me so that I could come back and take care of them. And then there's Mary, who kept the class running when I couldn't. And she really is the glue that holds us together. The world is filled with wonders. There are wonders of the ancient world, the modern world, the animal world, and the natural world, and the medieval mind. There are wonders that cannot be seen with the naked eye unless we take the time to look. But the greatest wonder of the world can be seen right in front of you. The greatest wonder of the world is the human being. We are all different, yet still the same. We are the conquerors of space, the inventors of ice cream, forgiving if not forgetting, and the creators of the future. All right, Lexi. Lexi is proud. She takes pride in her work and in her achievements. She is mindful. She has worked very hard to understand the views of others, and she is amiable. She never argues. When asked to complete an assignment, she does what is asked of her without complaint. Large waterfalls are of such variety that they impress in different ways. There is the ethereal wispiness of high falls, the dramatic tumult of long cascades over big rocks, and the sturm and drang of a wide and mighty stream finding itself with no other option but to jump off a precipice. Known for centuries as the smoke that thunders, the cloud of water and vapor that is thrown off by the river's plunge can rise as much as 1,000 feet in the air, and is home to many unique species of plants and animals, and this is the beauty of Victoria Falls. Lexi is ready to jump off her precipice and take high school by storm. She has developed a true sense of self this year and is on her way to achieving amazing things. The Victoria Falls Award for Self-Exploration goes to Lexi. Milo. Milo is driven. He has shown that when he sets his mind to something, he will not stop until he succeeds. He is inquisitive. He's full of questions and he always wants to learn more. And he is passionate. He is strong in his beliefs. He takes what he learns and uses that knowledge to challenge himself. The Great Wall of China is the largest man-made thing on our planet. It extends for 1,678 miles from east to west, but owing to loops at various points, its total length amounts to over 6,000 miles. Conceived nearly 22 centuries ago, this wall would allow for the vigilance necessary to comfort an emperor. Smoke signals by day and fires by night would announce intruders, and the wall has long served its purpose by frustrating countless attackers. It is the stuff of myth, poem, and even opera. The Great Wall of China was a lofty goal, and like the emperors and dynasties that aided in its creation, Milo set for himself a lofty goal for success in his new school. And he not only met it, but he surpassed it. As he grows, I know that he will continue to exceed his goals. The Great Wall of China Award for goal setting goes to Milo. Odin, this is not the picture that you wanted me to put here. Send it to your parents. He is influential. He is often a voice of reason in the classroom and is a leader among his classmates. He is strategic. He is a strategic thinker who sets goals and works to achieve his desired results. And he's confident. He believes in himself and he knows who he is as an individual. The mere mention of Stonehenge excites a wonder in people. Everything about it is uncertain. Where did it come from? Who created it? Why? When? What exactly is it? Many have tried to answer these questions to no avail, but one thing remains certain. It was an undertaking that required intelligence, purpose, strategy, and confidence. The stones have seen the wear of thousands of years, yet people are still magnetically drawn there. Odin exhibits many of the qualities of Stonehenge, namely intelligence, strategy, and confidence, and others are drawn to him. When he sees a problem, he makes every effort to solve it. The Stonehenge Award for proactivity goes to Odin. Chloe is creative. She's a writer and an artist, and she spends much of her free time just creating things. She is a leader. She has a presence about her that makes others pay attention. She will not hesitate to help someone who is struggling. And she is intelligent. She understands her passions, and she looks beyond the surface to seek the truth. The aurora borealis is an otherworldly wonder of neither the earth nor the sea, a sensory experience beyond just the visual. Images of poetic beauty, they have been seen as omens, signs, and symbols. They seem miracles of nature. They are as natural as air. Massive discharges of hydrogen from the sun transform into a gas and paint the night sky with their beauty. The science is interesting, the mythology more so. Inuit legend says that the dead can pass through these lights, and some even thought these were the spirits of children who had passed. During the medieval period, it was believed that the glow reflected lost warriors. Whatever the thought, the northern lights continued to glow and formed heavenly halos in the sky. And Chloe is a warrior. She has faced many challenges this year, but through it all, she has worked to maintain a positive attitude, and though sometimes difficult, she's worked to find the light in the dark. The Aurora Borealis Award for finding a silver lining goes to Chloe. Avery. She said she was gonna cry. Avery is empathetic. She understands and shares in the feelings and emotions of others. She's clever. She is capable of understanding complex ideas and concepts, and she is helpful. She is always willing to help a classmate who is struggling, and she loves to share her knowledge and her insight. At more than 1,200 miles in length and covering more than 100,000 square miles, the Great Barrier Reef is as glorious to behold from afar as it is up close. The reef is an often misunderstood entity. It is not one coral reef, but an interconnected series of about 3,000. This is the world's largest living organism. The reef hosts a multitude of life forms, including some that hide amongst their bright surroundings and others that flaunt their colors. Avery was new to us this year, and she was often misunderstood. She spent a large part of this year discovering herself and evaluating her actions and emotions, finding what was hidden beneath her surface. The Great Barrier Reef Award for Self-Awareness goes to Avery. He is considerate and sensitive to others' feelings. He is imaginative. Whether he is drawing or telling a story, Halston is inventive and creative in his thinking. And he is reflective. He has shown that even though he may react in the moment, he's capable of taking the time to think through complicated situations. The Roman Colosseum is a masterpiece of truly frenzied imagination. It was built in less than a decade and includes over 80 entrances. 50,000 spectators could attend, and the Colosseum could be evacuated in less than 5 minutes. Gladiators would fight to the death, mock naval battles would also be fought, and wild animal events would culminate in the afternoons. Over time, the Colosseum has been marred by earthquakes, lightning, and vandals, yet it still stands. Halston spent this year learning about himself and becoming confident in his abilities. He has learned that life can be rough at times, but he, like the Colosseum, can't be broken. The Roman Colosseum Award for Confidence goes to Halston. Alyssa. So Allie is responsible. She makes decisions and she conducts herself in ways to improve herself and to help others. And she always, and I mean always, accepts the consequences of her actions. She is genuine. She doesn't pretend to be someone she is not. She remains true to herself. And she's accepting. She accepts everyone for who they are. She doesn't have to agree with their thoughts or their beliefs, but she just lets them be. The Himalayas, Sanskrit for abode of snow, house the impressive peak of Mount Everest, the highest of all mountains rolled over a mystical spiritual realm. Rising at 29,035 feet, the Tibetans called it Mother Goddess of the Earth. Many men wondered how to conquer Everest, to overcome its avalanches, crevasses, bitter cold, and relentless wind. One man, George Everest, took the challenge in 1856 and began to map the region. And after decades of failure, many have now conquered its peak. Allie has finally conquered her peak. Not necessarily the peak of a mountain, but the peak of middle school. She has worked hard to understand the actions of others and to prepare for high school and the new challenges it will bring. The Mount Everest Award for Personal Flexibility goes to Alyssa. Gabriel. Gabe is steadfast. He can always be depended upon, and he displays a deep loyalty to his friends. He's humble, he is modest, and he never brags about his successes. And he's competitive. Gabe is always up for the challenge, especially when it means getting revenge while playing. It took a force of over 100,000 men and possibly 20 years to build the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is constructed from 2,300,000 stone blocks that weigh 2.5 tons apiece, and it is a marvel beyond compare. It is one of the highest buildings on Earth for more than 43 centuries. Hidden within these confines, a vast web of secrets were waiting to be discovered. Now, this year has been one of trial and error, and a year of finding and embracing his inner secrets. I've had the pleasure of watching Gabe as he constructed his way through middle school. And he is a marvel who has faced many challenges and has met them all head on. The great Pyramid of Giza Award for rising to the challenge goes to Kate. Marlo. Marlo is receptive. She listens to others and utilizes the advice that's given to her. She is perceptive. She has shown that she can analyze new situations and work to solve problems as they occur. And she is steadfast. She can always be depended upon and is a deeply loyal friend. The monarch butterfly's beauty derives not only from colors and symmetry, but also from a myriad of qualities. It begins its life as a commoner, an egg laid on the bottom of a milkweed leaf. The surrounding environment determines how quickly it will hatch and grow. The caterpillar changes 5 times before emerging and inflating its wings to finally take flight. Marlo is a monarch butterfly. She has spent, I believe, if I counted correctly, 7 years at Frostig, and has gone through many evolutions during her time with us. And she will continue to grow as she finds her wings and flies right out that door and out of Frostig. The Monarch Butterfly Award for Self-Advocacy goes to Marlo. Lucy is quick-witted. She is a jokester. She always has a comeback. This is a true testament to her overall confidence. She is self-aware. She is beginning to discover who she is as an individual. And she is a nurturer. She frequently takes care of visitors and other students who are in need of emotional support. Corvids are a family of birds that include crows, ravens, jays, and magpies. They are so commonplace that they excite little attention. But attention is just what these animals cry out for. Corvids are seen throughout Norse mythology and Siberian and North American folklore. In fact, many of these tales have the jokester raven as the creator of the world. Corvids are also considered to be the smartest of all birds. They are social, very vocal, and love to play games. And they are elegant and alive at all times. This has been a year of growth for Lucy. As a student who in the past would fade into the background, she has begun to spread her wings and embody her new role as a vocal protector and an advocate for her friends. The Corvid Award for Personal Growth goes to Lucy. No, I hope you like that picture. He wasn't here, so I had to choose one for him. Noam is a jokester. He has a great sense of humor, and he loves to tell jokes in class. He's very animated. He enjoys having fun in class, whether he's dancing like a chicken or moving like a robot during listening activities. And he is artistic. He has a talent for drawing, and his pictures are often creative and futuristic. On August 9th, 1173, the first stone was laid for a tower that would stand 185 feet high. It was slated to be 8 stories, but after only 3 stories, the foundation began to settle unevenly and the tower began to lean. Work halted for decades, and this allowed the foundation to gather resilience. Upon completion, the Tower of Pisa continued to lean, but to this day has not fallen. Methods have been put in place to halt the leaning, and the Tower of Pisa continues to enthrall the world. Noam has spent this year building a strong foundation. Regardless of the challenges he's been faced with, he refuses to give up, and he may lean at times, but he never falls. The Leaning Tower of Pisa Award for Perseverance goes to Noam. I just want to say a big thank you to you, all of you, and that I'm very, very proud of you.
Next, I'd like to invite Yuli and Shanice's class to the stage.
Hey there, everyone. Sorry, bear with me. Second time doing this, and it's still not easy. Superheroes overcome adversity in every setting they are in, whether it's facing someone stronger, making tough decisions that will affect the future, or picking between friends and foes. No matter what the circumstances are, they will always come out as winners. The same can be said for the special group of students that are standing right next to me. This school year, my students overcame many obstacles that many succumb to. Nevertheless, they did a fabulous job, and one might just have to call them the superheroes of Frostig. I will tell you this though, it wasn't easy. We all had our ups and downs, but this group never let any situation get the better of them, and even to this day, they continue to fight for their goals. Room 112, I can't say this enough, but I am extremely proud of you all. I appreciate and admire all the work and effort you gave us. It really has not gone unnoticed, and I look forward to continuing making strides with all of you. I have not, I'm sorry, I have to give someone else their superhero cape too, because in all honesty, I couldn't have done it without her. Miss Shanice, always being there for our students. The effort you made to support them will never go unnoticed. As a teacher, I honestly couldn't have asked for a better support system. Now, for the students who will be leaving us, I wish you nothing but the best, and I have no doubt in my mind that you will achieve many more amazing things. And please, don't forget about us. We're only a few classes away. Now, Miss Juliana. You guys wouldn't know this, but she's a troublemaker. Juliana, in just a short amount of time, you have grown so much. You started the school year off as a shy girl who was hesitant to ask for support. Many times I would observe you, and you would catch on to me observing you, and you would just stare at me as if you were waiting for me to give you the answer. But I'm a mean one. I didn't give her the answer. All this time, I knew you had it in you to be your own advocate. You always wanted to be a part of the class, but you were so unsure of yourself if you were allowed to be yourself. That was 2023. That was ages ago. It seems that once 2024 hit, you fused your alter ego and you transformed into a better, stronger Juliana. Juliana, your new fellow, or when you need support. I am so proud of you. Aside from all the growth you have made, I do want to say that I am grateful for having such a nice, sweet, and polite person in my classroom. Your attitude in the classroom helped me in many ways you wouldn't even think of. I know you will continue to make strides and achieve any growth, any goal that you set yourself for. Therefore, Miss Juliana, I present you the Kepler Award for being strong and Lauren, you are determined, you're a hard worker, and you're humorous. All these qualities have led you to being our Spider-Man. It's funny, I grew up with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, a completely different Spider-Man. But this new age Spider-Man, as you guys might know, Tom Holland, definitely fits you, and I would say, just like him, you're determined to complete and support your peers in any way, and that's what makes you the amazing student that you are. You worked extremely hard this year, but I admired all the work you did and how much you pushed yourself to master your craft. It didn't, however, start off like this. You were shy and nervous to make mistakes. Now, however, that's long gone. Your determination led you to break out of your shell, and you are blossoming. And you have become this determined, humorous student. When a person hits a certain comfort level, we may tend to take it easy. This could be due to a routine that we gained, and but the beauty of seeing you and your growth is that you are still the same hard worker that you were from day one. Again, now, luckily, I get the humorous side that comes along with that, except when you only want to play game kid. As I end this speech, although you have found your rhythm, I just want to say, don't stop. Continue yourself. Continue to challenge yourself, bud. You are made to accomplish great things. And Balthazar, I present you with the amazing Spider-Man. Miss Emily, it is extremely unfortunate that we did not get a chance to have you in our classroom for a full school year. Since the day you joined our classroom, I could see that you were full of potential. Your shyness, however, kept you from breaking out of your shell. For most students, starting off our school year during our Get Curious time would be extremely challenging. But you, on the other hand, you didn't shy away from the challenge. In just a short period of time, you built such an amazing presentation. And during one instance, I saw that Emily that your parents always spoke of. You were confident, you're outgoing, and you are adventurous. You have so much potential, Emily. You remind me of Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. As you move on to your new challenges in high school, continue to unlock all that potential that you have inside of you. Don't let any situation stop you from being confident and adventurous. These qualities that you possess will take you to places you wouldn't even imagine of. And due to this potential, Miss Emily, I present to you with the Gohan Award. Great job. Oh, Lala. Or is it Becky? Lexi, you bring out the best in everyone, and that includes me. You are a natural born leader, you are intelligent, and let's not forget your humor. Oh. All these traits make you the amazing person that you are. I was excited to work with you one more year. Last year, you came to my classroom during the mid school year, and I was motivated because I saw the potential and I wanted to work with you a full year. I knew from day one that finding the right format to challenge you would be the tough part on my end because I just wanted to get you to buy in. I will be honest though, my biggest challenge this school year was creating new dad jokes for you. As the year ends, your potential continues to bring out the best of you, and in all honesty, you remind me of Professor X. The reason why you remind me of Professor X is because you know everything. I will let you know a little secret, Lexi. There were times when you shared information that I had no clue that was true. You made all our classes run, and I love when you participated. As you approach your 8th grade year, I will leave you with this. Continue to do your best. I know school could be tough at times, but all the potential you have, claim it. You are a rock star, and I'll always be here every step of the way. And Lexi, I present to you with the professor. Victoria. Victoria, you have been a pleasure to have in my classroom. You have been a tough cookie to crack, but I have learned so much from you. You might not see this, but you have grown so much as a student. You're advocating for yourself. You let it be known that there are things you do not wish to do. As a teacher, I admire that because it shows that you have gotten more comfortable with yourself as a student. You would be a perfect fit for the Guardians of the Galaxy. You aspire to be a lone wolf, but you work extremely well with your peers. When you set your mind to something, you are extremely determined and you will achieve anything that is in your way. And when someone earns your trust, you are extremely loyal. All in all, you are Gamora. I have not had a chance to tell you this, Victoria, but keep breaking through each barrier that comes your way and never let it stop you from being the amazing that you are. As you leave us, never forget that there is not one thing you can't accomplish. Best of luck on your journey, and I can't wait to see you graduate. After that, tomorrow award too. In the Fantastic Four, there was one hero who always went out of their way to keep the group together and solve problems they faced among each other. That was Susan Storm, which I believe best describes you due to your warmness, calmness, and responsibility. You are warm because of how easy you are to get along with. You are caring because of all the times you have gone out of your way to support your peers and your teachers. As I was writing this down, I started thinking, why on earth did Eliza want to leave Miss Alyssa's classroom? Just to come to mind. But I won't question it much. I will always hold that. I will always hold it as I got one on Miss Alyssa. In all honesty, Miss Eliza, you have been so easy to work with this year. You always kept up with your work. You never let a single one slide, and I admire all the responsibility that you have. If I had it my way, I would make you retake the 8th grade year in my classroom again. But as you leave us for high school, I will say that I am sad, but I am excited for you. I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to do nothing but amazing things. I look forward to seeing all the growth you will achieve. I will leave you with this. Thank you for supporting us. You have been an amazing student, and I wish you nothing but the best on your next quest. And please stay away from them all. Miss Alyssa, I'm sorry. Miss, yes, Miss Elias. I present you with the Storm Award. Hi, Maddie. Oh boy, it has been an amazing year getting to know you. I remember last year I met you in one of the most unpleasant ways. I almost tripped you during our school play. I really hope nobody saw that. Maddie, you are strong, you are reliable, and you are a jokester. I still can't believe that amazing set you had last week. Mamma mia! I have never met anyone so happy to be in my classroom, honestly. But I am certain that all that happiness and all that excitement died down as the year went on. Maddie, you continue to grow into this amazing young man. You continue to overcome obstacles daily with me, and you never let anything derail you. There was not one single day that you came into my classroom without a smile and a loud greeting to me or Miss Shanice. You are such a caring person, and I want to thank you because you have rubbed up on me without even noticing. I know you are glad to get a break, but I want to tell you that you have grown so much. Thank you for always bringing in your A game to the classroom. You kept everyone on their toes in the most positive way. I know I pushed you this year, but I hope you realize this because I know you can do so much. You are a Hawkeye, bud. You show so much dedication to all of us, but you also know when to relax and have a great time. I can't wait to continue working with you and see all the growth. I know by the end of your middle school years, you will be recognized. See you next year, buddy. And Maddie, I present to you with a Hawkeye. You're strong, you're laid back, and you are a very confident student. You remind me so much of Colossus. Colossus composed himself as a leader, and he always wanted everyone to do right, which is who I have seen you become. You are very open to having everyone join you and your group. You have welcomed new peers while also strengthening your other relationships. When you came for a visit, I must admit, it was hard getting a read on you because you were so introverted. Even when school started, I wanted to break you out of your comfort zone. But it was hard. My dad jokes weren't getting through to you. In all honesty, I can't even take the credit. I have to thank your peer group for making that happen. As each day passed on, I could see that you were getting more comfortable with us. Once you started joking in class and you participated, I knew it. We had you. You are a born leader, Xavier, and you show so much. I'm sorry, and you show how much you care about doing the right thing. As you go on to your eighth grade year, I want you to continue your growth. Although you haven't completely broken out of your shell, I know for a fact by this time next year, you will be a whole new Xavier. One who we will probably have a tough time calming down. I look forward to it though. Now, Xavier, I present to you with the Colossus. Mr. Bomba! Because you have no idea how much I have enjoyed seeing you become this amazing young man that you are now. You are adaptable, witty, and such a caring person. You are Star Lord. Your dedication to your friends is one to be proud of. You do not let them down, and I can see that they all appreciate you because of that. You're funny, and I must say, your amazingly creepy laugh that you love to use to make everyone laugh. I remember the first time Miss Alyssa mentioned of the possibility of you joining our homeroom. I was ecstatic. Just for having you in my math class, I knew that you would be the perfect fit for our classroom. But I have not gotten over how long it took you to come to my classroom. But I do know it was because it was a big step. You were nervous to make the jump. But oh boy, I'm glad you overcame that fear because from day one, I still remember it. You jumped in, and it was as if you were part of our classroom from the very beginning. But you're a natural. You're a natural. Nico, you have accomplished so much this year, and I could not be any more proud of you. You have faced many situations that have challenged you, but you proved that nothing will stop you from. You are resilient and have such a great attitude. You have shown there is nothing that will keep you from succeeding both inside and outside the classroom. Keep it up, Nico. Mr. Bonfa, I present you with the Star Order. Sophia, you are the nicest, sweetest, most understanding student ever. You never question your teacher on anything. Sophia, how do you do it? I have had the pleasure to work with you for 2 years, Miss Sophia. You came in extremely shy and you were unsure of yourself. But now, oh, there is not one shy bone in your body anymore. You have no idea how proud I am of you, and honestly, you should be proud of yourself for all the growth and obstacles you have overcome these past few years in middle school. Now, Sophia, you love the spotlight. This year, the moment you showed up to the classroom, you made your presence known. You are confident, you are funny, and most importantly, you are fearless. You remind me of Captain Marvel. In case you guys don't know who Captain Marvel is, she is a strong and rebellious young woman who fights to protect the galaxies of other worlds. But just like Sophia, she has a sarcastic side of her that everyone loves, even if you continue to call me fat for eating too much McDonald's. But in all honesty, you take any challenge that is presented to you and you always come out on top. In our homeroom, and you help each and every one of us come out of our shell little by little. I cannot believe that next year you will be an eighth grader. But what I can believe is that you will continue to grow as a student and also as a person. The older you get, never forget who you are. Continue to be fearless, confident, and funny. But most importantly, never forget that you are also the sweet and caring person. All these traits made you into this amazing young adult. So Sophia, I present you with Captain Marvel Award. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting us. You guys have grown so much, and I can't stress this enough. We are so proud of you, and we'll be here next year to torture you guys one more.
Third and final class to receive their award today, Melissa and Anthony's class.
Sorry, I gotta get out.
Hi, everybody. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the families that have given me so much support, not just this year, but the past 3 years, because I know I have a lot of former families in the room who have me. So I just appreciate all the warmth you've given me and the support. I'd like to also thank my students. It's been a time. It's been a fun, wonderful time, but I think it's been amazing being able to be part of their journey and for them allowing me to be part of their journey. Sometimes even though they didn't want my head in their business, but and then the most important person, of course, Miss Annalicia. The biggest thank you to her. You know, a lot of times I tell her that it's like we're holding down a tent in a hurricane. But you know what? The biggest thing is I'm not alone, right? And she is a force to be reckoned with in how much she does and how much support she's given these kids. So it's been an amazing partnership.
All right.
So I'm going to level with you. I chose our theme to be food, and you know it's fun, it's good. I chose it as a form of emotional manipulation against myself, so that I would make it through without crying. So if I do, I'm gonna eat all the cupcakes in the room, guys. All right, but you know what? I'm full of surprises. We'll see. All right, but in all seriousness, that was just a small, tiny part in why I chose food as our theme. The whole nature of food is to bring people together. And as a human race, our food possesses the power to mold memories and elicit emotions that surpass our own ability to comprehend. From the ancient meals discovered in 300,000-year-old hearths and loaves of bread retrieved from the ashes of Vesuvius, to the important trading of flyby cafe snacks that happen on the yard, food has always been about connection and building unity. It's much more than about survival. The importance of food in my classroom goes beyond just being a tool to keep hangry students at bay. My number one goal for my students this year was to build unity. As the year started, there were many tools and practices I put into place, but nothing was as effective as food. The connection we were able to elicit is one that I think I overlooked. Our joy for food has been the entry point in which we tapped into learning more about one another. As I reflected back in the ways food showed up this year, I thought of our daily dialogues on flyby orders and specials of the week, the importance of a snack supply in keeping kids energized and engaged in lessons, or the time our whole class, especially Chloe, stepped up as gluten inspectors for Ondin. And who can forget the never-ending supply of hot Cheeto dust fingerprints all over the room? Yet, through all the crumbs, I saw the ways in which our class has united. Louise Fresco, a Dutch scientist focused on globally sustainable food production, once said, "Food in the end, in our tradition, is something holy. It's not about nutrients and calories. It's about sharing. It's about honesty. It's about an identity." This past year, my students have all come to the table every day and displayed their authentic selves. We are a mosaic of various cultures and backgrounds, interests, and talents. While connection is fueled on similarities, I've found the most beautiful part of the connections formed between my group of students is the differences amongst them. There has been no greater joy in watching my kids begin to shift from viewing differences as a point of division to an opportunity for connection and acceptance. All right, so now it's time to dig in and celebrate our amazing students. Expect a lot of good puns. All right, Ondin. Ondin is conscientious. He strives to do right by himself and his community. He produces work he is proud to put his name on. Ondin is extremely loving. He has a big heart and shares great care and warmth with anybody around him. He even shares love by welcoming visitors, observers, or guests in our room with a warm introduction. Ondin is joyful. He shares his joy wherever he is, in whatever room he occupies. Any person who meets Ondin can't help but be struck by his infectious smile and energy. So George Washington Carver was known as the father of the peanut industry. He discovered over 300 uses of peanuts. Yet, what is most remarkable about Carver's work is his commitment to improving the life of humanity through the simple peanut. While Carver worked with peanut farmers, he sought to support the farmers beyond increasing their production of crops. He was concerned about their livelihoods and their diets. His commitment to well-being of others allowed for him to promote racial equality and advocacy in using peanut oil as a form of polio treatment. Carver's strong motive to do right by his community and extend a warm hand to uplift those around him is shared by Ondin. Ondin is a force of positivity that uplifts himself and his community. The Peanut Butter Award for Positivity goes to Ondin. Chloe. Chloe is bold. I love that photo, by the way. 80s glamour shot. Am I right? Chloe is bold. Her evolution over the past 2 years has been remarkable in how she has not only taken strength in who she is, but has begun to share her talent and expression with others and overcome many of her fears. She is creative. This is a big strength of hers. She is a storyteller and an artist. Her work is consistently embellished with an element of imagination. Chloe is tenacious. When she has a goal in mind, she does not back down and holds strong to what she believes in. So, of course, the inventor of hot Cheetos, Richard Montañez, dropped out of school. He worked as a janitor at Frito-Lay and worked himself up to be an executive of the company. While there is much debate about his role as the inventor of Flaming Hot Cheetos, his story of hard work, commitment, and the belief in yourself and your ideas is reflected in how Chloe shows up for herself and in class every day. Just like Montañez, Chloe possesses the drive and ability to move beyond what others expect and use her unlimited potential. The Hot Cheetos Award for hard work goes to Chloe. Dylan! Dylan is proactive. Dylan really impressed me with how he took ownership of his IEP goals this year. He not only learned about the whole IEP process, but wrote them in his own words and is very active in working towards his goals. Dylan is eager. He is very eager to learn. He always wants to know what comes next, what's happening, what we're doing, anything that is upcoming, Dylan needs to know. He is so eager to do his work, he actually asks me for works and assessments. So that's been my greatest joy as a teacher. Dylan is cheerful. He consistently shows up with a big smile on his face. He is always in a good mood. So, from the ancient Mesopotamians pickling with vinegar in 2400 BCE, and the evidence of cucumbers being pickled in the Tigris Valley in 2030 BCE, pickles have been a long-standing snack that has progressed alongside human innovation. Pickles played a role in Black history. African American cookbook author Abby Fisher rose to fame in the 1880s with her award-winning pickles. Her success with pickles was critical to the progression of racial equity as a formerly enslaved African American woman. She sought to destroy the stereotypes against enslaved people through her food. Dylan's commitment to progress is reminiscent of the progress that has followed the history of the pickle. And most importantly, Dylan is just a big deal. Elise. Elise is fierce. She has been a force to reckon with all year. She does not back down easily and takes the world by storm. She is fun. She is a one-woman show. She's full of energy and loves to sing, dance, and just be silly. She's growing in her sense of humor. And Elise is fearless. I had to sneak in a Taylor Swift. She has an approach to life and to live it to the fullest. She consistently takes risks to push herself. It is believed the Mesoamerican tribes first domesticated the avocado tree 5,000 years ago. To the indigenous people of Mesoamerica, the avocado provided sustenance and possessed mythological powers. The Aztecs believed that the fruit provided strength to whomever consumed it. With colonization, the strange and delicious fruit made its way across the globe to become the staple it is today. It's been identified as a superfood and taken the world by storm in its appearance across many different cuisines and ability to elevate many dishes. The reach of the avocado is a symbol for the ambition of Elise. She is eager and determined to achieve success. She holds a strong will to accomplish whatever she sets her sight on. The Avocado Award for Ambition goes to Elise. Evelyn. Evelyn is clever. She can find a loophole in anything and is highly analytical in her problem solving. There isn't a plot hole that stands against her wit. She's confident. She has amazed me in her ability to walk up to anyone, any challenge, and know that she will stand her ground. She is imaginative. Her imagination is limitless. She is consistently developing new artwork and inventions in class with just paper and pencil. While her desk is an endless pit of paper, I know there are pieces of creative genius within the chaos. Chop suey was a product of creativity and a tool for connection for the Chinese immigrant population in San Francisco after the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. The design behind chop suey was a dish to be a perfect blend of American and Chinese culture, to appeal to Americans while preserving some elements of Chinese cuisine. The purpose was to show how the Chinese presence in America was not a threat, but a strength. Chop suey caught on and became a sought-after dish. It led to eventually saving Chinatown and preserving it as a safe haven for Chinese immigrants. The rise of creativity as a form of connection is embodied in Evelyn's work this past year. She develops intriguing ideas that are unique and innovative. She shares her creativity with others and is open to collaboration. The Chop Suey Award for Creativity goes to Evelyn. Baby on. Fabian is courageous. Over the past year, Fabian has risen to every challenge that has come his way. He has grown so much in his ability to take a risk with confidence. Fabian is highly responsible. Even when he asks me if he has to do something or why he has to do something, he's on his way to do that thing. He is driven to do the right thing in all that he does. He is productive. He has impressed me in the creations he's made blueprints for. He frequently will camp up in the classroom in our blue sofa chair and just get to work. He uses his time wisely. So the history of ice cream is a story of innovation. While ice cream originated from France, the first pioneer of this frozen treat was James Hemings. Hemings was an enslaved person under the ownership of Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson brought the recipe to Hemings, who made the first ice cream in the US. Later, just after the Civil War, Alfred Crail, a Black inventor and businessman, developed the ice cream scoop, after watching people struggle with 2 spoons to scoop up ice cream. Been there, done that. Major progress resulted, though, in 1988 with the invention of dipping dots, after Kurt Jones found a way to efficiently feed cows using liquid nitrogen. The innovation marking the development of ice cream is reflected in Fabian's ability to rise to any challenge he faces. He consistently works to reinvent himself and level up his practice. Fabian has innovated his success with the hard work he's done to reach his goals. The Ice Cream Award for Innovation goes to Fabian. Jabron. I'm just gonna call him how I name. So Jabron is curious. He's very inquisitive and wants to know the reason behind every decision. He seeks to know the learning objectives of the lesson and how it applies to the big picture. Jabron is resilient. He's had a lot of challenges put upon him this year in working with reading and math. However, he has risen to everyone with remarkable resilience. He does not let obstacles block him from his success. Gibran is very thoughtful. He weighs every decision he makes and considers all the pros and cons. He seeks to be informed. In addition, he shows his thoughtfulness in how he shows up for others. In 1853, Richard Crum, a man of African and Native American descent, worked as a chef in a restaurant frequented by wealthy white New York families. One day, Crum was engaged in a back and forth with a customer over thick and soggy fries. Frustrated, Crum decided to get back at the customer by developing a culinary abomination. Crum sliced the potatoes as thin as possible, fried them to a crisp, and sprinkled them with salt. As it turns out, Crum delighted the customer and created the highly sought after potato crunches. His crunches later became labeled as the chips we know today. Gibran shares Crum's persistence and resilience. Gibran sees his work through the beginning, and he consistently bounces back from any challenge and turns any obstacle he faces into opportunities to grow. The Potato Chip Award for Perseverance goes to Gibran. Juliana. Juliana is brave. In the past 2 years I've worked with her, I've seen her grow into a proud young lady. She takes risks and speaks up in class. Her bravery is evolving just like her. She is bubbly. She always greets us when she enters the classroom and has a happy-go-lucky charm about her. Her smiles really are contagious. Adaptable. Juliana is adaptable. This is the biggest area of growth Juliana has had. She takes on new situations and changes with grace. The chocolate chip cookie was a result of a happy accident. Ruth Graves Wakefield was baking some chocolate butter drop dew cookies and realized that she was out of baking chocolate. She quickly chopped up a block of semi-sweet chocolate to use as a substitute. However, instead of dissolving into the batter, the chocolate chunks held their form. Wakefield had a choice to stand by her mistake in confidence or discard her creation and her work. Through her confidence in her new recipe, she found success in the revolutionary good as it became the most popular dessert of the time. Much like Wakefield, Juliana's confidence has led to major success this year. She is not taken aback by her mistakes, but rather takes them as opportunities to become stronger than before. She is definitely a smart cookie. The chocolate chip award for confidence goes to Juliana. Jonah. Yep, that's right. Jonah is playful. He loves to be the self-proclaimed class clown. He has a vault of jokes and memes within his head that I may never understand, but I support. He is knowledgeable. His background knowledge is very extensive. He's highly engaged in classroom discussions and frequently displays all he knows. Jonah is sincere. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He is invested in being truthful and making genuine connections with people. A fish taco has it all. It's crispy and creamy, spicy and salty. While a hot ticket item during Taco Tuesday, the history behind the taco is overlooked. The Baja Californian roots of this taco are the result of cultural exchange between Europe, Mexico, and Asia. When first introduced, many judged the fish taco for the odd mix of the traditional Mexican tortilla and toppings combined with an Asian-inspired deep-fried fish. However, the fish taco has held its own in its ability to reach all with its high-quality flavor at an affordable price. Fish tacos are the embodiment of how flexibility and thought can lead to the greatest of successes. Jonah's flexibility this year has been an evolving trait that has grown as he's been in our class. I can't wait to see what awaits him. The Fish Taco Award for Flexibility goes to Jonah. Logan. Logan approved this picture. This is the one he chose. Logan is an advocate. He is outspoken and speaks up for what he believes in. He is authentic. He will always tell it as it is, and he doesn't try to change himself to fit in, but rather has pride in who he is. He holds true to everything that matters to him. Logan is loyal. Once you have Logan's favor, he'll have your back for life. He is fiercely loyal to those he cares about and will defend them whenever needed. While ramen has a long-standing history, the development of the instant ramen noodle was truly groundbreaking. In 1958, instant noodles were invented by Momofuku Ando. The invention of the instant ramen allowed anyone to make an approximation of the highly coveted dish by adding boiling water. It's allowed for tasty food to become accessible. Now it's known for its popularity amongst college students and flyby patrons. But it has become a reliable source of affordable, quick, and tasty dining. The reliability of the noodles are similar in how Logan consistently shows up whenever he's needed. While he may test the boundaries once or twice or thrice, he knows what's expected of him and rises to make his loved ones proud. The Ramen Noodle Award for reliability goes to Logan. I told you. Right. Luca. He chose that picture too. Luca is reflective. He takes feedback about his performance and uses it as a fuel to level up. He will frequently self-reflect on where he can grow and where he's had success. Luca's responsibility is a key trait. He frequently not only does what's expected of him, but does what he feels is the right thing to do. Like a great sensei, he has a strong sense of duty. He is determined. At the beginning of the year, Luca expressed the phrase that he needs to live to his fullest potential. He is determined to find the best version of himself. James Hemmings, priorly mentioned with his work in ice cream, was also a major pioneer in mac and cheese. As mentioned, Hemmings was enslaved by Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson sent Hemmings to France to be trained in French cuisine. It is there that Hemmings lived, worked, and studied to become a true French chef. His arrival back in the US is known by serving macaroni pie, which was the birth of the American mac and cheese. While Hemmings was put in a position against his will to serve, the major theme of his accomplishments was his own motivation to exceed and accomplish what no one else had done before. The motivation he showed is reflective of Luca's demeanor to improve himself and become the best there ever was. He didn't get the Pokemon reference. The Mac and Cheese Award for motivation goes to Luca. Sit down. Zachary. Zach is hardworking. He may be quick to make a joke about being lazy, but Zach is far from it. In every lesson, Zach puts his best effort in class. He's only been with us a short time, but he's set himself apart with his work ethic. Daring. Zach takes risks and is not easily afraid. His first day at Frostig was in the second semester. Coming to a new school in the middle of the year is an event that would terrify anybody. However, he came in from day one with bravery and confidence that secured his success. Zach is friendly. Frequently, people compliment Zach's smile and personality. Yet all of these qualities are just factors that play a role in his friendliness. He's eager to reach out to others, even if they're not in his main friend group, and support them. In the early 20th century, espresso was invented by an Italian businessman, Luigi Bazzera, who was eager to see how he could brew coffee faster. He noted that coffee took up too much time and began to experiment with brewing methods. He discovered that steam pressure led to a stronger brew time and a shorter brew time and a stronger drink. He developed a machine that met the needs and titled it the fast coffee machine to make the fast drink, or espresso in Italian. The result of Bizarro's enthusiasm led to a transformative coffee drink that many of us couldn't survive without. I know Zach himself could not survive without it. But Zach also shares the same enthusiasm for problem solving, working hard, and saving time. The Espresso Award for Enthusiasm goes to Zach. I want to conclude my awards by taking the time to celebrate all of the hard work from our middle school students that they've displayed this year. As I reflect on the past year, I am impressed with how well all of these students have adapted to every change and obstacle that's come their way. We've united together to become a strong, solid force. As teachers, we strive to equip students with the best tools to enter the world. We want our students to be prepared and ready to succeed in society. As I take in all the potential, drive, and success in this room, I know that a better future awaits us as our students make their own stake in the world. If you can help me celebrate my students, go ahead and stand.
Thank you.
Alyssa, don't hate me, please.
What?
We actually have one more person that we need to recognize before we move on to the promotion portion of our ceremony. At this moment, we'd like to play a tribute video for Alyssa.
Melissa, I thank you for being my teacher and you're a best teacher. I'm gonna say that your favorite color is purple and I wish you have a good luck for them.
I haven't been happy for a while, I only had to like the first semester of the school year. But you're a really nice teacher and I had fun learning, you helping me learn. And I hope you find success in whatever thing you're going to do next.
Thank you to be my teacher. And Melissa, I have fun to be in your class. Bye.
Bye, Alyssa. I hope you had good times being a teacher, and even though I've been here for 1 year, um, um, it's been funny being with you because you say like a lot of jokes. And then you're a funny teacher, so bye.
Hi, Miss Alyssa. I'm really gonna miss you. Thank you for being my sixth and seventh homeroom teacher. I've had a lot of fun with you, and you're just one of the best teachers I've ever. I hope you have a good time at the other schools you're going to, and I'm really gonna miss you.
Hi, Alyssa. I'm sad that you're leaving, but I just wanted to share one of my favorite memories with you. One of them would have to be the tasting experiment that we did for an experiment and that you did with us so that we wouldn't feel uncomfortable doing it alone. Thank you for being there with us and said that you'll be going.
Hello, Mr. Here to our day. I just wanted to say goodbye, and I want to share memories. And my favorite memory is just making jokes and laughing. And thank you for all these years. Thank you for teaching me. And
You were very helpful, and I think you were one of the best teachers here. Plus, you're very nice and helpful. Love you, Miss Alyssa.
My favorite memory with Miss Alyssa was doing non-positive, positive prevention. That is the only class I had with her. It was so fun.
I'm Miss Alyssa. I just wanted to say thank you for all your support and all your hard work. And I just wanted to say thank you. Bye.
Hi, Alyssa, can you come back? For you? Okay. I hope you have a good luck with school. And also, we all miss you. Yeah, so we all make sure that you have a good luck.
Lisa, I know that you're going to a different school. I hope you have fun and I enjoy play dodgeball. I hope you have a good time. Bye. My favorite memory with Miss Alyssa was Get Curious. She helped me with my movies, and I Get Curious. She was there when I get scared, and she was always my favorite teacher. I hope we get to see each other some days. Have a good luck, Miss Alyssa.
Thank you for being my first teacher in sixth grade, Miss Alyssa. You've been the best teacher all of my school year, and my favorite memory with you is when I was in your math class in sixth grade and we did Friday Fridays. So yeah.
Although we will Um, you tremendously. I'm excited for you as you take this next step in your professional journey. I am confident that you will positively impact the lives of all your future students and colleagues, just as you have done during your time at Frostig.
See if I can do this. There are some that would argue that I always get what I want. But this time that's not the case. As your work mom, I want to ground you. And I want to ground you, definitely. But as your friend, I know there are amazing things waiting for you. And there are lifetime of kids who need you. Just know that you love. See how I'm gonna start. Indeed, immigrant in this school. The kids in the
Alyssa, I want to say thank you for everything that you have done for me. You have been such an amazing support system. Whenever I'm feeling down, I will show up to your classroom. When I was just looking to talk to someone, you were there. We are losing such an amazing teacher, but I know for a fact there is another school who's going to get an even just as an amazing person. You are there for everyone. You support us in many, many ways. Don't forget about us. That's a big thing for me. You know, I'm a text away. So please, good luck on your next journey. You know, on Friday night when you're feeling down, you know, you can always email us, text us, and we can meet up at Chili's.
We're this week, but you can consider this the staff talking, because all the staff signed it, so signed how you thought, but.
Okay, you know what, I was fighting so hard to make it through without crying, because I'm an ugly crying. Happens. Like I said at the beginning, you know, thank you all for believing in me. I think I said it in an email, but as I was reflecting back on what it means to be a teacher, I've always thought of how much trust you give us, how much faith you put in us, to do right by your kids. And I always, you know, when I came into this job, I was highly motivated by the teachers and what they failed to do for my brother who was on the spectrum. So just being able to work here every day and change the lives of these children and, you know, be a partner in the IEP team, it's been, I think it's really fulfilled that drive that I had, and I'm looking forward to, you know, whatever comes my way. But you know, I came here a baby teacher and I was terrified, and I'm leaving so much more confident, and I think recognizing all the tools that are out there for our kiddos. And I'm hoping to come sprinkle the magic, the frosting magic, elsewhere. And then to my incredible team, you know, Catherine, I don't think I would have survived without you. No one declared her my mentor teacher. She just stepped up and she took on that role of guiding me, and she really, I think I wouldn't know half of what I know without her. She really helped me level up. And Annalicia, you know, have always been my number one teammate, and it's nice to have someone in the classroom that shares the same ambition and drive to care for the kids. And there's a lot of times where I enter a room and I just talk, and she's always been there to listen to me and kind of, I have grandiose ideas, and she's like, oh, well, you know what? Why don't we try this instead? So it's been an amazing partnership, and I will dearly miss having that support. Yuli and Shanice, they're my kickback crew, so. But it's been nice having, with Yuli, I was able to actually, I think as a teacher, the biggest thing that we can have is someone in our corner uplifting us and highlighting everything we do. And Jenny has been my cheerleader from day one, and she's always been there to be there for anything I need so that I can help you be there for your kids, right? And be the teacher that I always wanted and strove to be. So thank you. And
I really did hunt her down. Tribute. Thanks, middle school team, for putting that together for us. That was good. First to transition and celebrate our 8th graders. So we're going to start with a video, and then we'll have the 8th graders come up and we'll start their promotion ceremony.
My favorite thing about this middle school year was playing the word game and talking with all of my friends. I really enjoyed this middle school year because all my teachers and all my friends helped me accomplish the goal and helped me raise the bar higher and higher until I reached the stars.
Favorite memories of middle school was our going Fridays with Catherine, and we'd always watch Buddy versus Dow. It was always really fun voting for Dow. And I also wanted to say thank you to her mom because she worked so hard to get me to school, and I noticed all the hard work that she did to do it. So I just want to say thumbs up. Thank you. No, going on the floor a lot was a good one. Show you my floor picture right there. See it? That was so funny. But Marlo, the best. When I first joined, she was there. We would talk a little bit, but this year is when we got really close, and we glad that it happened as a friend. And I like all my children names. All my little children. Odin is my favorite child. You got something, favorite child award. What? Yes.
My favorite 8th grade memory was on Fridays where every Friday I got to match rock band t-shirts with Calvin. I also want to thank Ms. Calvin for helping me get out of my shy zone during academic fair because I was very shy to speak for a couple of the rehearsals, and she helped me get through my shyness. And I want to also thank my parents for working really hard to get me into the school. My favorite memory from middle school is shows that I've been doing, like Aladdin, Musical, Beauty and the Beast. They were really fun, and Also, the friendship dance and the fall festival was really fun. And I really enjoyed middle school, but I'm excited for high school as well. I'm looking to middle school. So my favorite memory was actually during Aladdin. I don't think anyone really knows about this, but now they're all over too. Um, so basically, Marlo and I were sitting on a bench backstage, and all of a sudden, Nick comes out of the side room, and he's wearing one of those top hats, and he also has Lucy and Sophia on his hat or something like that. And well, we were laughing really hard because Nick said, "Hello, ladies," and then he was carrying off two of them. And Sophia fell off his back and it all really hard. Makes really loud sound and Arlo like right then he couldn't breathe. Something I'm definitely going to miss about middle school is the teachers. They're very good at their job. They make everything easy to understand. They're very supportive. And yeah, I feel like we just got to have fun and play around with what we wanted to do, what our passions were in middle school to see what we wanted to go into as high schoolers. So middle school is a very good opportunity for self-discovery. My favorite memory about Frostig is the community and the best friends we made of the years here at Frostig. And I'm very excited about my job for next year. And I'm very happy that everybody has helped me go to the person I am today.
My favorite memory of middle school is in gym kid, movie, Buddy versus Dog, being musical for 2 times. I remember the addition the children screaming, Gable screaming, the different games. No. I was dancing. Okay. Sometimes because this is the class people screaming most. Yes. Because I never get into all these things.
Shall we read them up? Eighth graders, the 23-24 school year is almost done, and you survived it. This year, you celebrated your successes, you pushed through your challenges, and now you are sitting here, ready to move on to the next step in your educational journey, high school. I know you're ready for this step. All the time you have spent learning and growing, developing new math, reading, and writing skills, learning new concepts in history and science, building new muscles in PE, and developing your art, music, drama, and computer skills in your electives classes. All of that has helped prepare you for this next step. You are an amazing group of young adults, and I, for one, am honored to know them. All right. This group of eighth graders has other characteristics that I would like to share with you. For example, you can see that they're hilarious. They're also very confident. They care about each other and about other middle school peers. They communicate well by asking questions, starting conversations, and engaging in real discussions. They're really hard workers and they persevere through hard times. They are patient, they are calm, and they accept others. They are also gamers, readers, artists, actors, dancers, mathematicians, scientists, history buffs, writers, athletes, chefs, puzzle solvers, stand-up comedians, philosophers, musicians, techies, and they're just great all-around human beings. With all those characteristics, I know they will do well in whatever their next step happens to be. I'm very thankful I had the chance to know them, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the wonderful things that they will accomplish in the future. Eighth graders, today you're going to receive 2 certificates. The first is your 8th grade promotion certificate, which is your ticket into the world of high school. The second will be the President's Academic Achievement Award. This award is given each year to students who show an incredible amount of commitment to their academic growth and overcoming obstacles. And I think that fits them perfectly. Are you ready? 8th grade class of 2024, now is the moment you have been waiting for. It is with great pride in all that you have accomplished so far that I call you forward to be recognized for completing the middle school academic program at the Frostig School. This certificate is your ticket to the world of high school. Our first 8th grader to be promoted, Alexis Carmen Chavarria. Alyssa Noriega. Savannah. Liza Garland Baptist. Emily Minnick. Gabriel Sedum. Maria Ruiz. Marco Patricia. Victoria Lauren Cordero. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Frostig's 8th grade class of 2024 and the high school graduating class of 2028. Getting dancing music. I think we are.